Okay, so what did you get for E2?
That 5 times 10 to the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's newtons per coulomb. Okay. Now, we said that this is all in the y direction, right? Okay, so if I was to write this, I'd put y hat there. That's the y direction. It's positive. Okay, so going away is going up. Okay. All right. Now I need to do the same thing, but for Q1. Okay. So again, E1 KQ over D squared. Okay. But now our distance is 0.6 meters. Okay. And once we get our answer, then we're going to have to break our answer up into part in the x direction, part in the y direction. All right. Cassidy, in your class last year, we never did that. We either did things all in the x direction or all in the y direction. So.
To be honest, I don't remember how to do it, but I remember it was all there.
Yeah.
Okay. For right now, just find E1.
Using mediator 6.
Right, because that's how far away it is from Q1. So what did you get for E1? In newtons per coulomb. Well, now we have to break it apart. We'll put a part in the x direction, a part in the y direction. Okay, so it's going this way. Okay, our angle here is 30 degrees. Right from this point right here. Let me do it. Because remember, we got kind of alternate interior angles. Remember that from geometry, you got two parallel lines. This angle is the same as this angle, 30 degrees. Okay, so for the part in the x direction, are we going to use the sine or the cosine? Cosine. Okay. So E1 in the x direction, E1x, is equal to the negative 1.25 times 10 to the 6 newtons per coulomb cosine of 30 degrees. And Cassie, what we're doing here is, if you make a triangle like this, where here's your angle of 30 degrees, okay, here's your opposite side, here's your adjacent side. We may have, yeah. So if I want the part that's going this way here, that's the adjacent, okay? So cosine of theta is adjacent over the hypotenuse, okay? We have the hypotenuse, that was the value we just calculated for E1, okay? So if I want to find the adjacent side, E1 in the x direction, multiply it by the hypotenuse, so E1 cosine theta equals E1 in the x direction. Okay? So what did you get for E1 in the x direction? Negative 1.08 times 10 to the 6 newtons per coulomb. Okay. You want to do the same thing in the y direction. E1 in the y direction. Except in the y direction, what are we going to use? Yeah, E1 sine theta. The nice thing about sine of 30 degrees is, what's sine of 30 degrees? Oh, 5.
I don't know.
Okay. That's one of those that it's handy to remember. Sine of 30 degrees, or the cosine of 60.5. All right, so this is the part in the x direction, this is the part in the y direction. So E1 equals, in the x direction, negative 1.08 times 10 to the 6 newtons per coulomb. And then in the y direction, negative 0.625 times 10 to the 6 newtons per coulomb. Except The negative in this indicates what? The same as the force. Well, it indicates it's attraction. It's going towards it, right? So it's going towards this charge. But is that the positive direction, or is that the negative direction in the x? In the x, it's positive. So we put a negative here, but now we're changing our definition of what negative is. Yeah.
So we need to be positive.
So